Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Lakshmana has reached Kishkindha and he was speaking to Tara. One thing that I missed in the previous episode was that Lakshmana, when he enters Kishkindha, he actually meets Angada and asks him to inform to Sugriva. Swami Hanuman also quickly goes near Sugriva. This is one thing that I missed. But then Sugriva realizes that he is coming, but then he again gives into his pleasures there. Here, when he hears the Dhanush Tankara, he quickly sends Tara out to deal with Lakshmana, and Tara, by and large, brings Lakshmana's anger down with her wonderful conversation about dharma and all. Now, since she was feeling that Lakshmana is not completely convinced, she invites Lakshmana to enter the room where Sugriva is there. Now Lakshmana is entering the room where Sugriva is there, and he sees Sugriva having his wife Ruma on his lap. Looking at Lakshmana entering, Sugriva quickly jumps. He immediately sends Ruma away. He comes and prostrates in front of Lakshmana, but Lakshmana's anger is something that does not subside, and Lakshmana quickly addresses Sugriva and says, "You have become a Krutagna." Krutagna is a person who forgets the help that he has received from others and who does not go back and help others in their need. So Lakshmana is starting the conversation. Let us try to look at as many slokas as possible here. So Lakshmana is saying to Sugriva, Sattva Vijana Sampannaha Samakroso Jitendriya Krutagnya Satyavadi Cha Raja Loke Mahiyate Yastu Raja Stiro Dharme Mitranam Upakarinam Nidhya Pratigyam Krute Kondusamsa Tarastataha. So Lakshmana is saying a king should have lot of strength, bala. A king should also have good bandhujana, which means good relatives. And then a king should have good karuna or pity. I mean, having pity, or a better word would be compassion. A king who has got very good compassion, he would become a very good king. And then a king should always have his desires under control. He should win over his desires. He should have indriya nigraha. And then he should be a Kritagnya. Now the difference between Kritagna and Kritagnya. Kritagna is someone who forgets the help he has received. Kritagnya is someone who always remembers the help he has received and seeks the first opportunity to go and help the person who has already helped him. So that's Kritagnya. So Lakshmana here is saying that a good king should be a Kritagnya, and then he should always talk the truth, and king who has got all these qualities will receive excellent respect in this world. Again, if a king becomes adharmatma, means king who is interested in adharma than dharma, and a king who forgets the help that he has received from his friends, and a king who gives a word that he would help someone but goes back on it, he is the most cruel of all the people on the earth. And then he is saying, Purvam Krutardho Mitranam Nata Pratikaroti Yaha Krutagna Sarvabhutanam Savadhya Plavageswara. O Sugriva, if you have received some help from someone and if the person is not paying back, if the person is ignoring the other person from whom he received the help, he would become a loner at some point of time and everybody would want to kill him. Gitoyam Brahmana Slokaha Sarvaloka Namaskrutam Društva Krutagnam Krudheva Tanni Bodha Plavangama. O Sugriva, when Lord Brahma saw a Kritagna, a person who took the help but forgot to pay it back. A person who has become Kritagna, not just forgot, probably he did not want to go back and pay. A person who has become a Kritagna, once when Brahmadeva saw, he gave out a shloka. Now there are two variants of this shloka. The first variant is Gogne Cheva Surapecha Chaure Bhagna Pratedha Nishkrutir Pihita Sadhihi Krutagne Nasti Nishkrutihi. The meaning of the shloka is somebody who has killed a cow. Gogne means somebody who has killed a cow. Surapecha, someone who has taken alcohol. Chore, someone who has done a theft. Bhagna Pratedha means someone who said he would do a vrata or a penance and then that gets broken in the middle. For all these four people, there are prayasittas. There are ways in which they can atone their sins. Kritagna, a person who takes help from the others but then disappears or does not help them back. For him, there is no way to atone for his sins. He will have to face the fires of the hell and get it atoned. I mean, when I say hellfires, there are a lot of punishments that are given in Naraka as per the Puranas that we have. So Brahmadeva told that there is no way to atone but to just go and suffer for all those sins there. The other version of the sloka Instead of Gognecha, it says Brahmagnecha. So killing a Brahmin also is considered so evil. So even for killing a Brahmin, there is an atonement. There is a way in which someone can atone that sin. But if they become a Kritagna, there is no way in which they can atone their sin. So this is a very, very important shloka of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, and this is quoted widely by many scholars. So I thought we'll really look at this shloka at a slightly deeper level. And then Lakshmana is saying, Anaryastam Krutagnyascha Mithyavadi Javanra Puram Krutarthi Ramasya Nadat Pratikaroshiyat. You have taken your help, Sugriva, from SriRamaChandra, but then you are not getting even ready to go back and help SriRamaChandra. You are becoming a Krutagna. And then he also reminds Sugriva that there was a promise for Sita and Veshna which they are supposed to do. Sattvam Gramyeshu Bhogeshu Sattva Mithya Pratishrava Sattvam Ramo Vijanite Sarpam Manduka Ravinam. So Lakshmana is saying, O Sugriva, Sri Ramachandra trusted you blindly. You said you would help, but Sri Ramachandra failed to recognize that you are a snake which makes sounds like frogs. People think that it's a frog, but it's actually a snake, and that's what you are. So Lakshmana is, releasing arrows after arrows or volleys after volleys of his anger on Sugriva, and Sugriva is not in a position to defend himself because there was a mistake that he has already made. And then he's saying, Mahabhagena Ramena Papah Karunavedna Harinam Prapito Rajyam Tvam Duratma Mahatmana. I don't know why Sri Ramachandra did not understand, and he made you a Papatma, a person who is doing sins, a Duratma, who has got bad thoughts and bad intentions. I don't know why he has made you as the king. I think probably he too was not able to judge you correctly. So Lakshmana's anger is not knowing any bounds here. He keeps insulting him like left, right, center. Sugriva is getting insulted now. Krutam chenna vijanishe raghavasya mahatmanah sadyastam visitair banair hato drakshasi valinam. Please remember what Sri Ramachandra did to you. Please remember the help. If you are not going to get back and help, you would go and meet Vali. So which essentially means Sri Ramachandra's arrows would pierce through you as well. And then he repeats the exact sloka which Sri Ramachandra says, or Sri Ramachandra told when he was sending Lakshmana. Nati sankuchita pandha yena Vali hatogataha samaye tishta Sugriva mavali padhamanvagaha. The path in which Vali has gone, he is not closed. So Sugriva, don't try to enter that path. And then he's ending his entire argument with this sloka here. Nasunam ikshvakuvarasya karmukas charam shatam pasyati vajrasam nibhan tutas sukham nama nishevase sukhi saramakaryam manasapya vekshase. You have not seen the arrows coming out of Sri Ramachandra's bow, O Sugriva. That's why you are happy, you are thinking that you are enjoying your time. But please understand, the moment Sri Ramachandra gets angry, you would be in soup. Saying this, Lakshmana is angry. He might even speak more, but then Tara quickly realizes that if she doesn't stop this conversation now, things might actually go out of hand. Now, what does Tara do quickly to ensure that this situation is brought back under control? That's something that we ought to see in our next episode with all the choices, with blessings of Sri Ramachandra. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. ओम सर्वं सद्गुरु साई स्मृता स्वामी चरणारविंदार्पणमस्तु। स्वस्ति। जय श्री राम।